What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New Ray video.
What?
Well, I just ended a live right now. I gave you guys an opportunity to tell me what did you want me to react to today? What kind of video did you want today? And you guys only asked for one thing, a Ray video. I hope you guys are watching all the Ray videos. I'm about to run out. Ray, homie, you're only going to be famous for so much longer, Holmes. I'm running out of stories. At least ones that I can remember off the top of my head. Now, here's one. I don't know how funny this is to you guys. You know, my sense of humor might be different. But, so, my homie Ray, when we were youngsters, I was always chasing after the chicks, right? I was always in jail. I was always in and out of juvenile hall, whatever, group home, whatever, right? And so every time I got out, I was trying to mac on as many as I could, right? And Ray never had a girlfriend. Ray never had Ray never had a chick, right? I was like, is this fool scared of it? Or is he scared of the pussy? Like, what? Why? Right? But, to each his own, right? And before we get any further, Ray has a gang of kids. All daughters, right? So it's nothing funny. But at the time, to me, it was just like, I'm messing, I had my main old lady, and then I had a bunch of Sanchas, right? That's just, I was a dick back then, because I always knew I was going to go back to jail, So anyways, one day, Ray's at his grandma's pad, and his grandma was living across the street from Oak Park, right? Anybody that knows SB knows Oak Park, right? Nice park. On the outskirts of the west side. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to go over there right now, fool. I'm going to walk over there. Mind you, one of my sort of little Sanchas in the making at the time was his prima, Janie, right? And so I'm walking, and right, of course it's going to be close to where Ray's grandma's pad is. There's a table, and there's chicks on the table, and a couple of them were looking good, right? And they're giving me that eye. Ladies, you know how you do what you do when you do what you do, right? And I look, and I was like, okay, there's some prospective candidates right there, right? But in my head, I'm like, Janie's probably fucking watching, because I knew Janie was there too at Ray's grandma's, right? It's her grandma's too. So I'm like, fuck. And I just gave him the A, all right. I was Rico Suave with that shit. I was like, all right now. Kept it pushing. I walk into the yard, and I'm like, hey, fool, where's Janie at? And he goes, she's in the house. I said, look, get a pen and paper, reminding you, mind you guys, this was 1988 again. Yeah, this is 88. And there's no cell phones. We weren't even using beepers, I don't think, in 89, right? I mean, 88. This is all pen and paper. This is caveman days to you guys nowadays, right? So I tell him, hey, get a pen and paper. Go in the Oak Park right now. I said, there's a table with some little bad bitches, right? I said, tell them that I think one of them's fine. That's fucked up, huh? There was like 4 of them. I said, tell them that I think one of them is fine, but since I didn't get to talk to them, to write down their phone number and what they were wearing. Ray's like, I'm not going to do that. Guess who did it? Janie. Janie goes, oh, I'll do it. Right? So Janie goes, boom. So she was trying to let it be known, like, you think you're a player, I'm a player too then. I'm going to help you. Thank you. So she takes off. She gets there was a little piece of paper, and it had all of their names, right? And it had what they were wearing and everything. And so I said, "Fuck it, I know which one I like. I know I'm. This is what she was wearing. Wrong one. That was like the second best looking one out of the group, right?" So Ray goes, "All right, I'm gonna call this one." Ray got the one that I was interested in, right? First 8, and I was happy for him. I was like, hell yeah. So we called him, and I said, "Hey, check this out. We're gonna go to the movies. Pull up." And what movies? We're gonna go to the Granada, right? The Granada Theater in Santa Barbara. And I used to like the Granada because it was really steep. You know, you didn't have people like right behind, like their feet were by your head, not them, right? So I go and I tell him, "Hey, fool, I'm taking this chick all the way to the back. You know, you go wherever you want, but I'm taking this chick to the back." We go, boom, and hey, what do you know about the one that I had? Solid 5'11", maybe 6 foot. Woo! She was a giant. And so we go in, bam, we're going to the movies. And I go to the back, bam, and I'm waiting. As soon as the movie came on, Dubs went into action, right? But every now and then I was looking at Ray. I swear, when I tell you Ray was sitting like this. Let me move, hold on. I don't think he kissed her. Ray, did you kiss Claudia in the movies that day? I remember all the names. Well, I remember those two names, right? They were from the G. They were from Goleta. And we leave, and then I'm pretty sure I went to camp right after that, right? So we go to camp. I go to camp. Ray's still running around. So technically, I have never seen Ray like with a chick, like you know, handling his biz, you know. And so I'm in camp, and there's this white dude in camp that knows me and knows Ray. He used to run around, you know. I think he used to go to the probation school with us, if I remember right. And he had already got to the phase in camp where they get home passes. On the weekends, they get to go home, right? I never made it to that phase. I only made it to the phase where I escaped 2 times. Make sure you check out my escape videos. Fucking hilarious. Okay. So, this guy, I want to say his last name was like Zimmerman or some shit. It was with a Z. I know that because later I didn't like the guy. He was always on our nuts, cool with us, you know what I mean? And then next thing you know, when the dude, the certain family, I'm not gonna mention your guys' name, out there in the G, started up the Party Boys. Now all of a sudden this dude was the G this, the G. I'm like, what fool? Anyways, it was a long time ago. It was the 80s, right? And that fool's like, yeah, I'm gonna be going on a home pass, this and this and that. Woo, woo. We're gonna be throwing this big old party. So he comes back, right? He went to his home pass. He comes back. He's like, "Hey, remember I told you about that party?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Hey, you know who pulled up?" I said, "Who?" He said, "Ray." I said, "Oh, my homeboy Ray." He goes, "Yeah." Again, he went to school with us. I'm pretty sure it was a probation school. And I was like, "Oh, what happened?" He goes, "Hey, so check it out." He goes, "Ray liked one of my homegirls, right?" And he's like, "Hey, what's her name? What's up with her?" And he goes, so I hooked them up, right? "Hey, this is the homie Ray, you know, this so and so." And Ray dips off from one of the bedrooms, right? It's going down. Ray's finally doing this thug thizzle, right? And the dude, I'm gonna just call him Z because I don't remember his name. I just know it started with a Z, his last name. He said, "Hey, look, man." But he has this look on his face of anger, like anger mixed with disgust, right? He said, "Man, Ray went in that bedroom with her, and a few minutes later, he goes, you just hear, you hear all this loud ass moaning, right? And I'm like, fuck yeah, Ray was getting it, man. The fucking Ray did that shit, boy. Right? I'm like, that's right. That's right. And what happened? He goes, no, I want you to understand. He's like, the moaning was like porn, fool, like porn, but like loud, turned up porn, right? And I go, yeah. He goes, it was Ray. I said, well, yeah, Ray's in the room, right? Ray was putting it down. He goes, I don't know if Ray was putting it down because Ray was the only one moaning. What the fuck? Ray was moaning like a chick. And you guys know, you want to know something? That was his reputation. Ray was making women feel like they were all that. Other homies told me, they were like, hey, fool, don't ever fucking take this fool to hook up with a high now when you're around. It's going to just throw you all the way off. The Ray the Moaner. Ray's a moaner. Ladies, so I think Ray's single right now. If you're interested and you want to feel like you have the best on earth, hook up with my homie Ray Padilla. Ray, there's another video for you, big dog. Tell me in the comments I'm lying. Tell me you're not a moaner, homie. And you look at Ray and he's all scruffy, got a long ass goatee, and that motherfucker's gonna get in the bedroom with you. He's gonna be like, ah! Oh, fuck. There you go. You guys got what you wanted. You got another Ray story. How funny it was to you, I don't know. Ray is fucking hilarious to me. It's my homeboy. It's my video for the day, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.